Hey guys, Joe Warner coming in with another battle replay. How is everybody doing today? So we have a 2v2 land battle here. We have Arverni and Getae taking on Egypt and Macedon. Let's get into the army breakdowns here. We're first going over Egypt. Egypt is being commanded by Madame 2018. He has brought with him 5 units of his thorax swords here as his front line. He's also got 3 units of his Galician Royal Guard as their second. Carian Axeman right behind here, the thorax swordsman. Front here, he's got 1 unit of his Rhodian slingers, 3 units of his mercenary Cretan archers. His general is a royal thorax swordsman, very tough unit. We do have a unit of the African war elephants there, and 2 units of citizen cavalry. Getting into Macedon here, we have Macedon being commanded by the Anthos 06. He has brought 5 units of thorax swords, 3 units of shield bearers, 2 units of royal peltasts, 1 unit of his foot companions. Getting into his cavalry, he's actually got 2 units of his Thessalian cavalry back here, heavy shock cavalry. Then back over on this side, he has his companion, very heavy shock general, a unit of citizen cavalry, and a unit of Sarissa cavalry. He has also brought with him 3 units of his slingers. On the opposite side here, we have Getae and Arverni. Getting into the Getae army here, we have Getae being commanded by Tipo Generico. Tipo Generico has brought 5 units of armored spears, 3 units of noble spears, 5 units of noble swords, 5 units of heavy bowmen, and 2 units of spear horsemen over here on this flank. Arverni being commanded by Falkir. He has brought with him 5 units of chosen swords, 2 units of chosen spears, 3 Oathsworn, one of them being his general. He has also brought with him 2 units of the Savage Dogs, which should probably be very interesting with the amount of cavalry that Macedon has brought with him. He also has 3 units of the Gallic Hunters. You can't see them just yet, but trust me, they're there. And he also has brought with him 3 units of the Heavy Horse over here on their right flank. So armies are just moving forward a little bit, getting into position. Do have the African war elephants making their way over onto the end line here behind a unit of citizen cavalry. Other unit of citizen cavalry has moved in here behind the infantry lines for Macedon and Egypt. Mercenary Cretan archers and a unit of Rhodian slingers making their way a little bit further away from their lines, probably just getting ready to start putting some volleys out once Getae and Arverni get a little closer. We do have just the Getae and Arverni lines moving forward at this point. Anything moving around really in the backfield? No, not just yet. So basically, I guess they're just reforming their lines, getting themselves ready to put their units where they want them to be. It's the Gallic Hunters. See, like I told you. 1, 2, 3. 3 units of Gallic Hunters. So Getae and Arverni actually have a superiority here in archers. There's the 4 ranged there, 3 ranged back there. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, it's only 1 unit. 1 unit difference. I thought there was more. It looks like there's more because there's so many archers up here for Arverni and Getae compared to only the 4 units of ranged up here. Hopefully Macedon will move up his slingers. Do have a unit of the citizen cavalry now charging out of their lines, making their way over, taking a volley. Nobody lost on that volley there. Going to get a big charge in onto this unit of Dacian bowmen. That should be good, but right behind the Dacian bowmen, a unit of armored spears have made their way over here as well. So this citizen cavalry unit is more than likely going to get locked into combat. We also do have one of the units of the Savage Dogs now being unleashed into this unit of citizen cavalry. As you can see, the citizen cavalry is already down 21 men. This is freeing up some of the Cretan archers. Hopefully they'll start firing. I thought they were. 1 unit is kind of firing. Okay. Now we have 2 units firing. Mercenary Rhodian slingers are actually moving a little bit closer. Not sure why they were doing that. They do have a very long range. Going to start taking some losses here by some of these Gallic Hunters and the Dacian heavy bowmen. Let's see what we have. Thessalian cavalry has started making their way around the flank over here. Maybe Getae isn't seeing this just yet because he's microing here in the center trying to save his archers. It's 1 unit of the Dacian bowmen now down to 69 out of 120. This other unit here with 104, 103 now out of 120. Do have Macedon's other cavalry on this side. His general, unit of citizen cavalry, and Sarissa cavalry started to make their way around, so it looks like Macedon is just going to try and get around to the back here, but now these 3 units of cavalry have started to walk, which now is... Okay, here comes Heavy Horse here for Arverni. Hopefully Macedon does something with this cavalry, because this could be disastrous. This unit of light shock infantry cavalry is not going to fare very well against these heavy horse. 2 units of heavy horse now coming into combat here. Third one looks like they halted up for a second. Maybe they're charging as well. Okay, so here comes the Macedonian citizen cavalry and the companion cavalry general. They're going to come over here, get involved in combat. We do have a unit of Oathsworn making their way over with another unit of chosen spearmen here for Arverni. Second unit of citizen cavalry have made their way into the archer lines, actually routing another unit of the Dacian bowmen, getting into this another unit of Dacian bowmen, starting to rout them off of the battlefield. Spearmen here, armored spears are trying to catch up. Citizen cavalry is just not going to stop. They're going to keep on going, getting into a depleted unit of Dacian bowmen here. Not the greatest of charges, though. That there's only 19 men left in this unit. Heavy spears quickly trying to catch up to this unit of the citizen cavalry. Citizen cavalry is now going to be routed. There is 9 men left in that unit. That's going to be done. Let's get back over here to this cavalry engagement, though. Really want to keep an eye on this. As I said, the Macedonian general is in the thick of combat here. Down to 67 men already. Oathsworn are just holding. Spear nobles are, chosen spearmen are holding back there as well. Citizen cavalry is losing decisively, so the Arverni heavy horse cavalry over here is doing a fantastic job, actually. They've gotten rid of one of the units of cavalry for Macedon, putting in some really solid work onto the companion cavalry. Ooh, Oathsworn getting a good Pila volley into this unit of citizen cavalry. This is not looking very good for the Macedonian general. He's actually trying to pull himself out of combat. Hopefully he doesn't lose that many men trying to pull out, though. 51, 50, 48. Oh, he's losing a lot of men trying to get out of combat there. Got caught again. Citizen cavalry are starting to break. We do see the 2 units of Thessalian cavalry. They are very tired. They ran all the way around to this side. Macedonian general is wavering. Not good. Oh no, Macedonian general has broken. That's not good. Citizen cavalry was able to pull away. They have 40 out of 80 left, but the heavy horse do not seem like they're going to slow down. They're just going to keep chasing down over here. Thessalian shock cavalry, hopefully they're going to start getting ready to pull a charge in here, because this could be really bad. Yeah, heavy horse, they're exhausted, but they're going to keep on pushing through here, pushing along. Getting a charge in onto this unit of Thessalian cavalry. Did not do anything. They just sat here and took it. Starting to lose men already. 3 units of the heavy horse in here for Arverni. Second unit of Thessalian cavalry from Macedon is pulling away. Oathsworn now making their way over, tossing in some Pila towards this Thessalian cavalry unit. I don't think that's going to last. This unit is probably going to get lost on the field here. Let's see what we have here. 2 units of... Yeah, 2 units of Thorax Swordsmen, 3rd unit of Thorax Swordsmen actually making their way around. We'll probably flank into the back of this unit of Chosen Spearmen. So this Spearman unit is probably going to get lost. We do also have the units, 2 units of the Spear Horsemen here for Getae made their way over, getting a charge into this unit of Thessalian Cavalry. Get back over here to the main lines here. Okay, so actually, wow, the range situation here for Getae and for Arverni has actually been depleted seriously. 23 men in that unit, 44 in that unit. We actually have a unit of heavy bowmen pulling back, 30 left in that unit. But we do have some Oathsworn, 2 units of chosen swordsmen, and a unit of spear nobles making their way up over here. Do have some Royal Peltas starting to throw their volleys of Pilas. Unit of Carian Axemen getting some good flanking shots. Not that many of them died. I mean, look at all of them stuck in the ground here. So a lot of these Pila actually missed their target, which is a shame. Spear Nobles now charging in. They're going to probably get a... Ooh, wow, that was pretty good. Only killing 3 men. Thorax Swordsmen now going to charge off. Going to start coming into the Spear Nobles here. No frontline action just yet. We do have a bunch of flanking units. Chosen Swordsmen coming in with the unit of Oathsworn charging into this unit of Thorax Swordsmen. Do see way back over here Thessalian cavalry unit is breaking. They're gone. Unit of citizen cavalry now taking on 2 units of spear horsemen. One of the spear horsemen at 44, the other one at full unit 80 out of 80. And now the citizen cavalry is starting to break too. Is that all of the cavalry for... I think so. I do... Oh, unit of dogs coming out. Getting into the backs of these thorax swordsmen. We're going to start chewing them up. You can see the men just flailing to the ground as these dogs are jumping onto them, locking their jaws down on them. I mean, look at these dogs. They just look mean. Big, big dog. Ooh, that one actually got stabbed in the face. Still big dogs, though, over here. Mauling these guys. Horse just dropped there. Heavy horse. Actually, ooh, wait. What is that? 2 units of heavy horse are actually routing off of the battlefield. Third one now coming out of combat as well. This unit, hopefully, yeah, there's 40 left in that one. Maybe this unit of 29 will also catch themselves. So, okay, fight has actually gotten a little bit more even on this side for Macedon now that those 3 units of cavalry are out of here. We have a unit of Oathsworn taking on 2 units of thorax swordsmen, another unit of thorax swordsmen taking on some of the savage dog handlers. Combat over here has definitely exploded. Some of the armored spears are starting to break against a unit of thorax swordsmen. Galatian Royal Guard getting ready with their Pila volleys, and they decide against it. Thought they were going to throw them. Let's see what's over here. Armored spears charging in onto some Levi Thurio spears. Another unit of Levi Thurio spears, some of them in combat. So getting ready to throw their Pilas. No. Nope, they're not going to throw their Pilas. Okay, let's get back over onto this side. Chosen Swordsman. One of the units is being broken. Actually, some really good fire coming in by these slingers here from Macedon. So well done to him. We also have a unit of Royal Peltas now coming in onto the back of this unit of onto the back of this unit Oathsworn. Spear horsemen have gotten some charges in. Actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yes, all 3 of the units of the heavy horse have come back. So that advantage that the Macedon player did have over here starts seeming like it's starting to slip away again. This unit of thorax swordsman unit losing decisively. This unit losing decisively as well. This unit is combat even currently, killing off the rest of these dogs. Go get them. Go get them. Charge in. Hit them guys. Start biting them. Ooh, wait. What was that? Relentless has just been popped, and Unity has just been popped. What are those? Relentless is an attack, and Unity is morale. Let's get into this here. We'll just kind of go along this front line of all of the fighting here. Getae General here, Noble Sword General in here, actually breaking through, getting into some of these Galatian Royal Guards. Thorax Swordsman unit here taking on some armored spears, noble swords. We do actually have the Royal Thorax Swordsman General here for Egypt. He's gotten himself closer to the front line. Might have to get over here and get into these noble spears and armored spears, though. This unit of Levi spears does not look like they're going to hold for very much longer. What is this? Macedon, get in there, dude. You got to get in there. Whoa, elephants are in here. Elephants just kind of, they're out of control now, unfortunately stomping down onto the Galatian Royal Guard here for Egypt. There goes an elephant dropping right there. Let's see what the elephants are up to kill-wise. 121 kills for them so far. 8 of them remaining in this unit still. Now Macedon's starting to move up. Let's see, we have some Thorax Swordsmen making their way up. Unit of Galatian Royal Guard taking on the Averni Oathsworn General. That should be a pretty good fight. It does say that the Royal Guards are losing, though. But they do have a unit of Thorax Swordsmen making their way up to back them up. Foot companions over here. Elephants are still alive. They're still alive, but now they're going to start stepping down because they're out of control. Are they going to do... No, they didn't kill anybody. They just kind of pushed them out of the way. Some hoplites coming around. Shield bearers now coming around here from Macedon, getting into the rears of the chosen spearmen here. Spear nobles as well. Shoot on back over here. So yeah, the cavalry on this side for Arverni and Getae have won the day on this side. You can see all of the bodies here that are dead. Unit of Thorax Swordsmen with 79 guys in it are breaking. This unit with 59 are breaking. That's what happens when you lose your general. Arverni Chosen Swordsman getting a charge in onto these Royal Peltasts. Here comes the Heavy Horse, though, immediately coming in onto these Royal Peltasts as well. 2 units of cavalry charging in. This third unit probably would be more beneficial if it came around, maybe getting some rear charges in onto these units. Unsuspecting Thorax Swordsman and Carrion Axeman, instead of just blobbing up all of the cavalry on this side. Dog unit here. We have a unit of Oathsworn making their way over, and the other 2 units of the Spear Horsemen there for Getae. Ooh, Noble Swords have made their way through the line. Actually, a huge break. Guess this unit just... Guess the unit of Thorax Swordsmen that they were fighting have been... Yeah. Thorax Swordsmen down to 4 men left in that unit. These Noble Swords need to get over here and start hitting into these slingers. That would be probably the best thing for them to do right now. These 2 units of slingers getting some really good volleys into these blobbed up Noble Spears and Armored Spears, though. Thorax Swordsman very close to breaking, which is not good, because the only other thing they have here infantry-wise right now is this General. Do have a unit of Levithurio Spears making their way over there. Going to get a rear charge in onto this Armored Spear unit, which is going to cause them to start wavering here, though. Oh, the Arverni General not doing well. Actually, Galatian Royal Guard and the Thorax Swordsman have now routed the Arverni General. Wow. So that is another General dead. Oh no, the Getae General is now starting to waver as well. Noble Sword General here, 50 out of 160, unit losing decisively, taking on a unit of Galatian Royal Guard. Slingers here for Macedon, getting some good volleys in, though. Now the Noble Swords are making their way over. Got a volley off into the back of the Galatian Royal Guard. They're going to walk right past these slingers. I don't understand that. Why are they not taking out this slinger unit? They're going to get a charge in onto the back of the Galatian Royal Guard, though. So trying their best to try and save their Noble Sword General here. Down to 46 men left. These slingers are just going crazy. Getting some really good kills. These Noble Swords losing men. This unit of Noble Spears did just rout a unit of the Thorax Swordsman, but these Noble Spears are even taking shots. Royal Thorax General here taking on 2 units of Spears for Getae. Galatian Royal Guard on the flank, actually on the rear of this unit of Noble Spears. Let's get back over here and see how the cavalry is doing. Oathsworn, unit of Heavy Horse there. We have a unit of Chosen Swordsmen coming in. Here comes the Getae Spear Horsemen, though. They're making their way over here. Probably going to just come over here and just charge right into the backs of these slingers to get them off of the battlefield. Armored Spears first are going to get a charge in, which probably means these Spear Horsemen are just going to come over here. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to come over here and wreck these units of slingers, try and get them off of the battlefield, because they have been a nuisance here for Getae and Arverni's lines. 1 unit here down, just dropping numbers quick. Actually, they just broke. This unit is losing decisively. Numbers are starting to drop. They are wavering. They will more than likely break as well. Heavy Horse on this side. 1 unit left, actually only down to 19. So, wow, the Macedonian player actually cleaned up the other 2 units of the Heavy Horse Cavalry that was over here. Well, I mean, it's field battles. You can't really cover everything, so I do apologize if I missed the other 2 units of Heavy Horse getting routed. We will check their numbers at the end there, see what they had left when their unit did finally break from the field. Unit of Savage Dog Handlers charging in onto this unit of Thorax Swordsmen. We do have a unit of Royal Peltas taking on some Chosen Swordsmen. This unit of Chosen Swordsmen probably not going to survive very long. We do still have a unit of Oathsworn over here. He has just activated his Headhunt ability. Looks like they're going to start making their way in to try and back up Chosen Swordsmen against the Royal Peltas. Let's get back over here. Actually, Arverni, aside of the couple of units that Arverni has over there, he's actually gone. His general has been broken, all of the other units that he had, so he's got that unit of Oathsworn and Savage Dogs over there. Macedon doing a fantastic job cleaning up the rest of Arverni that was on this side. Now coming over here to give aid to their ally, Galatian Royal Guard. The Royal Thorax Swordsman General here for Egypt. That is all Egypt still has on the battlefield as well. A lot of men lost on this battle so far. Do see the Foot Companions making their way over. Unfortunately, they did not get their pikes down. Now their pikes are down. Now they'll start doing some damage, marching forward with their pikes down. Nope, pick them back up again. What are they fighting over there? What are they engaged with? pikes. Foot companions are fighting with a unit of noble swords. Noble swords look like they're behind them, actually. That's where their flag is. That's weird. Don't know how that took place. We do have a lot of the foot companions out of formation, though. It's probably not going to be very good. Pikes are doing some. Actually, they are fighting now, taking on a unit of armored spears. Close battle. A lot of Macedonian, almost a full unit of thorax swordsmen actually now making their way into combat, backing up the Galatian general. Oh no, Galatian general starting to waver. That's not go, buddy. Heavy spear horsemen now coming in. They're going to get a huge charge in onto the Galatian general. I'm sorry, the Egyptian general there. Actually, he didn't really do that much damage. 56 men left. The Egyptian general somehow actually got out of combat. He's now going to surround the horsemen, but horsemen are just going to pull out. Okay. Peltas have cleaned up over here. Oathsworn are gone. Let's see what this unit has. 247 kills with that unit. This unit of Royal Peltas, 160, and they probably made short work of the dog handlers.
Get moving!
Yeah, that was really confusing. I don't know how the Egyptian general got out of combat. He was locked in there with a couple of units of swords with Getae. That was confusing. But, okay, well, shield bearers here for Macedon making their way back into combat. This is the last bit of fighting that we're going to have. It's all right here, so I think we're just going to kind of cover this real quick. I'll keep an eye out for that cavalry right over here. Actually, it looks like they're going to start making their way in as well. They're going to get in onto the Egyptian general. This is the Egyptian general right here. That is his back. Egyptian general is now taking his unit, turning around, and is going to charge towards the cavalry, which I don't think is going to work out. They did get some pelo off, killed a couple of guys, but that infantry unit there, the Egyptian general, just got run over. Thorax swordsman general here with 37 left. Spear horseman 34. Actually, it says that they're losing now. Very interesting. Where are these Peltas? They're making their way over here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay zoomed in here for the rest of this battle, just so you guys can check out a lot of the fighting.
Attack their position!
What do we have here? Shield bearers making their way in onto a unit of depleted noble swords. Peltas have not gotten into combat yet. We do have a unit of noble swords over there that is now routing off of the battlefield. They're actually broken. Their flag is gone. Wow, the Egyptian general's still alive? How is that possible? Oh, wow, they rout... Wait, where did the cavalry go? What is that? Did they rout that unit of... They routed that unit of cavalry, I guess. I don't see them anywhere. Wow. Tough unit. Royal Thorax Swordsman, very tough unit. Of course, just as I say that, he's going to start routing again. Oh, some of the noble swords for Getae is starting to rout. These Peltas are just standing here. They need to get into combat. They really need to fight.
Move, you dogs!
Oh, Egyptian general is gone. So, no more general. Generals are all gone. Now we just got a bunch of infantry fighting each other. Unit of shield bearers, another unit of shield bearers, hoplites, shield bearers, and Royal Peltas left for Macedon. Getae has 2 units of noble swords here and another unit of noble swords over there, actually. So this is it. This is the last of the fight. 24 seconds left in this battle. Looks like Macedon and Egypt are going to pull this off. I was not sure if they were going to be able to do that with the amount of cavalry that Arverni still had and Getae still had. I mean, with the cavalry engagement that took place in the beginning and Macedon just losing all of his cavalry pretty much right in the beginning of the battle, I thought for sure that Arverni and Getae were going to pull this one off. But yeah, just This battlefield was definitely used. There's bodies and horses all over the place. All over the place here. Wow. I enjoyed that battle. That was good. I honestly, I thought Arverni and Getae were going to pull that off. I really did. Let's get into the army breakdowns here. We have Madame 2018. Like I said in the beginning, guys sent the video in. So, dude, thank you very much for sending it in. Getting into his Thorax Swordsman General here, 198 kills. African Elephants, 156. Citizen Cavalry, 57 and 156. Mercenary Cretan Archers, 194, 133, 106. And there's Rhodian Slingers, 121. Really well done with his archers. Thurio Spears, 26 and 45. Carrying Axemen, 86 and 98. Getting into his Thorax Swordsman, 120, 153, 102, 73, and 133. Galatian Royal Guard, 191, 156, and 214. Solid units there. His Thorax Swordsman did very well. His General, almost 200 kills as well. So good job by Madame 2018. Getting into the Antho 06. Yeah, his cavalry was disappointing. Actually, I thought that this is heavy shot cavalry, very heavy shot cavalry, but unfortunately they were just they just didn't work out very well. Companion General here, 21, Citizen Cavalry 25, Sarissa Cavalry 0, Thessalian Cavalry 32 and 11. Getting into his Slingers, 133, 78, and 86. Thorax Swordsman, 104, 131, 154, 71, and 169. Foot Companions, 110 kills. Hoplites, 109. Royal Peltas, 147, 169. Shield Bearers, 122, 144, and 144. Getting into Tipo Generico here with Getae. Noble Sword General, 174 kills. This unit, 287, almost 300 kills there. Spear Horsemen, 160 and 138. They definitely did their job. Dacian Heavy Bowman here, 67, 18, 31, 78, and 55. Other Noble Swords here, 115, 255, 317. Solid Noble Swords units for Getae here on this battlefield. Armored Spears here, 68, 116, 94, 85, 124. Getting into the Noble Spears, 74, 79, and 214. Good job there with that unit. Folk here with Arverni. Oathsworn General, 129. Heavy Horse, 61, 76, and 106. Gallic Hunter, 78, 62, and 77. Savage Dog unit with 80 kills. Spear Nobles, 81 and 49. Chosen Spearmen, 20 and 21. Chosen Swordsman, 42, 99, 62, 36, and 52. Other two units of Oathsworn, 128 and 247 kills. Getting into this last unit of Savage Dogs, 105. Wow, really good battle. Really good battle. I'm going to say it again, I thought Getae and Arverni were going to pull that off there with the amount of cavalry they still had. But yeah, if you guys like the battle, please make sure to like and comment on it. Feel free to continue subscribing to the channel. We are very close to 450 subscribers. So guys, I just want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and I honestly don't really know what to say. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. Also, I just want to put this in. I am part of the Backseat Generals. It is myself, Gorm Mjolnir, and Lord Ellington. I will make sure to put their links for their YouTube channels down below in the description. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon, dude. Guys, have a good day.